Okay, let's unpack this. Standard USB copper cables are, they're fine for your desktop.
For short distances, yeah.
But the moment you try to run high-speed data past, 15 feet or so, the signal degradation just, it crushes your throughput.
It falls off a cliff.
Exactly. So today we're talking about a scenario that demands 4 USB devices running up to 820 feet away from the computer. And for that, we're doing a deep dive into the NTI USB3-2FOLC-4 4-port extender.
Right. And our mission today is really to get past the spec sheet and understand the engineering here. How does the system use fiber optics to just completely bypass those copper limitations?
And maintain this signal.
Maintain signal integrity, manage multiple connections. At its core, it's taking 4 USB devices and, well, extending them over a single duplex fiber optic cable.
Running any electrical signal 800 feet, that introduces huge problems. You've got latency, noise, power loss.
Almost insurmountable with copper.
So the source material says this uses fiber optics to hit that max distance, 820 feet or 250 meters, with either single-mode or multi-mode fiber. My big question is, does going to fiber add any, observable latency, even if the data rate is perfect?
That is the core technical insight. And the answer is not really. Because you're converting the electrical USB signal to light, the added latency is minimal. We are talking about microsecond levels.
So it's effectively invisible.
It's invisible to the OS. And, crucially, over that 820 feet, it supports the full spectrum of USB speeds. Super speed at 5 gigs, high speed at 480 megabits, and even the slower legacy standards. It's fully USB 3.0 compliant, but also backwards compatible.
So we have the speed, we have the distance. Now let's get practical. The remote unit has those 4 female USB-A connectors. This isn't just for a keyboard and mouse, right?
Not at all.
We're talking demanding devices. High-res security cameras, industrial scanners, printers, even touchscreen monitors running hundreds of feet away.
And that brings up the whole complexity of remote power. If you're running bus-powered devices, things that pull power from the USB port itself.
Yeah, they need that reliable current.
They need it. And this system delivers. Each of those 4 ports supports the full USB 3.0 standard of 900 milliamps.
How does it manage that?
Well, that's the clever part. The local unit, the one at the computer, is just powered by the PC. But the remote unit, which is doing the heavy lifting with power distribution, needs its own external 12-volt DC supply.
Okay, so it's an industrial power setup. But it sounds surprisingly easy to use. The source says it's entirely plug-and-play.
Yep, no drivers.
And offers fully transparent USB connections. It also highlights its low RFE emit performance. Why is that specific feature so important for the places where this thing would be installed?
Right, so RFI and EMI, that's radio and electromagnetic interference. It's the noise that can crash sensitive equipment or corrupt data. If you're putting this in a hospital, a shielded lab, a factory with huge motors, low interference is non-negotiable. The fiber itself is a huge part of that. It's immune to the electrical noise you'd get in long copper runs.
So what this all comes down to is we have a clean, high-speed solution for multi-port USB extension over huge distances, basically using light.
Precisely, a very specialized tool.
And one last quick note on that for you. The compatibility listed is all about USB PC computers running Windows. That really suggests it's targeted toward commercial or industrial PC setups, not so much consumer markets like Mac or Linux.
It's built for a specific job, for sure.
Which brings us to our final takeaway question for you, and this comes from the lesser-known specs. We know this thing is built for serious use. The environmental rating proves it works reliably from 32 degrees all the way up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit.
A very wide operating range.
So think about this. What kind of harsh, distant installation, maybe an exterior security perimeter or a monitoring station near a high-heat industrial furnace, demands a multi-port USB connection 820 feet away that can withstand those kinds of temperatures? It's something to consider as you think about the extreme infrastructure that's really powering our connected world.